What's going on, everybody? This is One-Eyed Willie. I'm going to show you how to build a nice solo, duo, or even trio bunker base. It's a pretty small, efficient, and simple design. And it's something that I used to use a lot and had very good success with until I moved on to larger groups, and now I don't really use the space anymore. But I still think it's something that can be very helpful to a lot of new players or inexperienced builders who just want to throw something up quick and get right into the action, but still be safe. So you're going to want to start with an wide open area. The flatter the better. If you can build on an ice lake, great. If not, just find a prairie somewhere and it'll do just fine. You're going to want to start with two low triangles just like this, and then build up into a nice 1x2 here. And this is something that I'm sure everybody who has played Rust kind of knows. You're going to want to make this wood for now. And if you can go right to sheet metal, fine. If not, stone is good for now. And you're going to want to put a door here and a door here. And there you have a nice simple airlock that prevents people from going deep on you if they end up killing you with your doors open. So for TCs, you can put one here, or you can put it in this corner back here. I personally like to put it over here. I just find it a little bit easier. And we'll put it this way. And I'll show you why we put it this way in a little bit. It just makes it a little bit easier to place our workbenches when we're ready for those. Speaking of workbenches, you'll want to put a tier 1 down eventually, obviously. Or you can skip right past tier 1 and go right to tier 2, but either way, you're going to want to put your first workbench here on the side, and that will still allow you to kind of use this nice little room for a loot room for the time being. You can even put a salvage shelf in here if you desire. It's completely up to you what you want to use these rooms for. I recommend putting all your high tier loot in this room here, but you will find your preferred location for all this stuff the more you use the space. So yeah, here's our kind of nice little starter that can hold up for a little while, but you're going to want to upgrade it. The sooner the better, obviously. And to start upgrading that, we're going to want to upgrade these to stone, raise this foundation, and this foundation we're actually going to want to make square. So we're going to want to upgrade these to stone as well. And we can start by putting a door here, a wall here, and then a wall just like that, and two more foundations just like that. This can all go up to stone as soon as possible. And here is kind of our nice little base. You should try to get to this point end of day 1 for sure. Everybody kind of works at their own pace, so if you don't get here until day 2, fine, but the sooner the better you get to here. And we're going to want to put a door here, and we can put a door here as well. So this is kind of the outside view of it for right now. And let's say you're here after day 1 and you're logging off for the night. We can put down our vault just like this, and we can upgrade that to stone. Do be sure to put down a sleeping bag before you log off for the night, because when you put the vault down, you're not going to be able to get back in and break the vault unless you have a sleeping bag in here. If you are a solo, you can even put a bed in here just for quicker spawning, but it is going to be completely up to you to kind of use this little space here in any way that you want to use it. So it is completely up to you, and we can even put down our next little loot room here for now. And I'm just going to break this bed just so I can place these boxes a little bit easier. This might be hard to place So I kind of like to build a little jump up if I can, and you can place the boxes up here. They don't have to be perfect for now. You can fix them later at any time, but this kind of just gives us another little loot room to build off of, and a nice little place to store our loot at the end of day 1 or whenever you get to this point. So let's say you are getting off for the night, put a nice thatch wall facing this way, hard side facing this way, floor triangle and stone, and you can't get in unless you F1 kill and spawn on your bag inside, just like that. Then once you break this, you can get in and out of your base just fine. So let's say you get on for the second day or whatever day, and you're ready to keep expanding. You're going to start with a triangle here like that, stone here like that, and another triangle here just like that. You can build off of this with 2 more triangles, and this is going to be all stoned up just like that. And at this point you are probably ready to, that's the wrong door, to start cooking up metal, and you want to put furnaces down. So the best place for furnaces is right inside this little triangle here. You'll be able to fit 3 of them in here. Sometimes this one has to go a little bit further to the left, can be a little finicky. But then you can hide it behind honeycomb with this little trick here that I'm sure many of you have seen, with hard side facing out towards the door. So here is kind of where we're at now, and kind of probably are wondering why I'm leaving all of this wide open for now. And that is because you're going to want to put a second floor up. So I like doing this little jump up for a second floor because you can put shotgun traps underneath it, and if anybody were to raid you and fall down, they would get shot immediately by the shotgun trap. Or if you want, you can do another furnace jump up here just like this. If you want to fit more furnace space in your base, it is completely up to you. Like I said, I like the half wall jump up just for the protection benefit of it, but it is completely up to you. So we're gonna jump up here, and we can wall off or put ceilings over our honeycomb, and we can start adding to our second floor. So I like this little building trick because sometimes it can be hard to place this wall here. If you just put a thatch triangle over that, it is a lot easier to place this wall. And we can break that as soon as it is up. And we can add a door just like that. And now we have roof access that we can easily close if needed. But while we're up here, we might as well add the second floor. And you're going to want to wall off just like that, like you see in the video. And we'll make it all stone right away. So we're going to cover this up with ceilings, as you can see. And just like that, we have a second floor completely closed off. If you do want to add a third, I would recommend busting this wall down, and you can add another jump up here. If you want to put a heli hanger up top or whatever you desire, you can easily fit one, right here if you want. But I like to kind of just have 2 floors because I think 3 can be a little excessive for a solo or duo. But if you are a trio, you might want to add another one. But anyway, while we're up here, I like to close off this and this, and now you have 2 or 3 more 1x1 rooms to use at your leisure. I kind of like to do the tried and true 2 more loot rooms up here to add more loot storage. but you can put whatever you want in these rooms. If you want to put more beds up here for your other teammates, or if you want to use them to put in electricity, that is what I usually do. I do usually do the 2 loot rooms like this. And with the other room right behind me now, over here, I usually add batteries to connect my electricity to. You can fit 2, you can probably even fit 3 batteries in here if you wanted. I think 2 is more than enough, so I just do 2. And then at this point, you probably have garage doors that you can put down. So we're going to want to put garage doors up in all of the double door spots. This garage door, you're going to want to face it. Actually, this one doesn't really matter because you're going to be honeycombing the outside anyway. But we'll put it this way just for ease of placement. This one here, I like to just add another one to kind of separate these 2 loot rooms so that somebody can't come up here and just splash with rockets right between these and get into both your loot rooms. So we can head back downstairs, and we can, if you want, you can leave this wood while you're building so that you can bust it down and add another garage door, but it is entirely up to you if you want to leave that wood from the start or not. Like I said, you're going to kind of figure out the best way to do all this based on your preferences if you ever use this base. But jumping in here, we're now ready to bust out this wooden wall here. And you can obviously come back in here and soft side that. Easy enough to break. And we have another garage door here pointing inwards to hide it through the vault. If you don't, I'll show you what I mean. And you can see the garage door behind there. It just kind of gives away that this is a vault if somebody might not know. So break that and place it the other way and come back through to check. You would never know that there is a garage door behind here. So we can bust this down and we can put our other garage door, and same over here. Now would be a good time to fix that box as well if you aren't happy with the placement. Just like that, and boom. I also like putting another garage door here, but that is entirely up to you. If you do, make sure it is facing inward and not outward, just for the same reason as before. I will show you what I mean. You can see the garage door sticking through the wall there. So we'll replace that and we'll put it inwards, and you can't see the garage door through it. So by this point, you're ready with the tier 2. That can go in the same exact spot the tier 1 was, as close to the left as you can get it. And just like that, perfect placement. And you don't have to worry about anything with that. And let's say you're ready for the tier 3 right away. I would put it over here. You're going to want to put it back and to the right as far as you can get to the, or as close as you can get to the TC. That looks like it's about as close as I can get with it. It will stick through the garage door a little bit, but it's going to be what it's going to be. That doesn't really matter that much. And you can obviously fit small boxes right underneath these workbenches. This one you can fit one underneath, and this one I'm sure you all know the trick by now. If not, I will show you quickly. You put one box just like that, rotate it, and you can fit another one right underneath it, just like that. So you have 2 boxes down there and 1 down there. So this is where the base is at right now. You're going to want to put a wall right there, or a ceiling right there. So yeah, this is where the base is at. The easiest place and best place to write it right now is right through here, because you would hit both loot rooms, TC and the other loot room. So we're going to want to start by honeycombing that as soon as possible. Honeycomb that in stone, and you're going to want to go all the way up with this honeycomb, just to protect the other top loot rooms as well. And we can put ceilings here and here. So we also have a loot room over here that we have to protect. So we're going to put more honeycombing here. And this is what I would consider to be like the primary honeycombing, because you obviously want to protect the vault, the vulnerable side of the vault, and all the good loot. And you should get this done probably by the second day or third day if need be. You can put floor triangles up in all of this and stone all this off. And then you're going to want to put another square foundation here and stone all this off as well. So at this point you have all of your main loot honeycombed up on the outside, except for up here, and that is easy to just do this and this. There we go. Now all the main loot is secured. This garage door is sticking through here, and that would probably be one of the best places to blow in right now, so let's fix that real quickly with a roof going right here. And we can put a wall here just like that. So now you have this honeycombed off, but not this. So to honeycomb that, you put a square foundation here, and a triangle one here, and another triangle one right here. So you can build up like that. And you can put wall frames here and here, and then doorways there and there. Now in these wall frames, I like to put shop fronts for a little protection against door campers. You can see pretty well out throughout them. And you'll obviously want to put ceilings on this and this. And just like that, the majority of our base is all honeycombed up except for right here, which is where you're going to put a roof. Just like that. And boom. Now you have complete honeycomb on all the vulnerable parts of the base. As you can see, this is honeycomb, this is honeycomb, this is honeycomb, this is honeycomb, and you get the idea. All honeycombed up around. So, what would I upgrade next? I would add a roof honeycomb to protect your loot rooms here from the top. So we have a loot room right here. We have a loot room right here. And we have our drop down right over here. So we want to protect that as well. And just like that, we have our layout of what we should upgrade next. So if we want to upgrade that all to stone right away and put down triangles, now we have a completely honeycombed up base, and you can leave this just like this for the rest of the wipe if you wanted. I will show you the upkeep right now, and then I will show you what I would change to it to make it even stronger. So our upkeep right now is 6,200 stone and 750 metal frags. Kind of pricey, but nothing that a solo, duo, or trio can't knock out. We should probably not forget to put doors up here and here. And we have another airlock there as well. So what I would upgrade first is I would make sure this entire vault in here is at least sheet metal, but high qual is obviously preferred. So we're going to go right to high qual right now. And that does include these two foundations right here, because if somebody were to blow through this foundation, it would be right underneath your vault. Let's no clip through. And they could easily bust through this and they would be right in. So you want to upgrade these to high qual so that if somebody does have or if somebody, hits right through here and sees that this is high qual, they can't just pick straight down and they're in. So anyway, we're going to keep making these high qual, or armored, I guess is what it's actually called. And for ones like this, you'll probably have to pick up the box. Okay, why isn't it letting me pick up the box? Whatever. Oh, it's locked. But we'll just destroy it because we can easily place another on this build server. And you're going to want to make all the roofs that you see inside the vault up to high qual as well. And this wall here, I would probably just make sheet metal. That way if somebody breaks into this room, they either have to go through these two garage doors to reach TC, or this wall here to reach TC. So let's see what our upkeep is at, and then what else we should upgrade. There's our upkeep reading right now. For the rest of the base, I would just make everything that you see internally right up to sheet metal. You can even go high quality on all of it if you want, obviously, if you feel like you can afford it. But for me, if I was a solo, I wouldn't want to grind that much high quality. I would just want to play the server. So I would just make it all sheet metal. Same situation as downstairs. You'll probably have to break these boxes to reach this in the back there. Or lift them up. I'll just break them because it's easier for me. And then I would also make this sheet metal as well. If somebody busts into this room, they'd either have to go through 3 garage doors to get to this one, or they'd have to go through this wall. And then I would make these sheet metal as well. So if somebody blew in from the top, they would either have to go through more sheet metal floors, the garage doors, or armored floors. So we'll jump down, sheet metal, sheet metal, sheet metal, sheet metal, sheet metal, sheet metal. I would try to reach this sheet metal. And just like that, it's looking a lot beefier than it was. So let's see the upkeep. Not too bad. Less than 100 high qual a day with nothing else planning to go to high qual. 1,647 metal frags and then 4,100 stone. And you have a pretty good base that would take, right now, 19 rockets to bust through. Right here, you would break these 2 stone. You'd break, oh, wrong spot. You would bust through these 2 stone, and then you would bust through these 2 armored, and you would hit main loot. So if you find yourself with an excess amount of metal frags, the first thing I would do is upgrade the honeycomb that surrounds the armored walls and the loot room. And remember, that does include this square foundation here. Ooh, not mean to make that armored. And I would also do the second story that protects the loot as well, including the ceilings. And that's probably where I would stop for the rest of the wipe. As you can see, this is a pretty good build. This would take 23 rockets to hit TC from this side, which is the most efficient side because you would obviously have a vault up when you got off at night. And it would not make sense to go through all these doors just to have to break the vault. So I do believe it would be most efficient. You would bust through these 4 walls here, and then again through these 4 walls here, That way you hit main loot here, TC here, and secondary loot storage up top. And if you wanted to keep going, you could go through here and you could break this garage door here, this garage door here, and then these two garage doors here and here, and you would have full loot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything that you think I should improve on. This is my first base building video, so any feedback is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions about the base and what else you should do leave that in the comments. I do plan on reading and responding to all the comments that are left in this video. And like I said, any feedback that you have is greatly appreciated. This is a base that I used for quite some time, and I had quite a lot of luck with on both medium and low pop servers. I don't play much high pop servers, to be honest, but I do quite enjoy this base. And like I said, I do think it is something that people should know about due to its ease of use. And I will go ahead and repair these and get the final upkeep cost for you as well, because I think that is something that people are going to want to know before they build it to be able to prepare for. So just like that, our base is fully repaired, except for adding in the garage doors, which are easy enough to do. Remember, garage door pointing that way. This is something that you can't replace with this tier 3 here, so we'll break the tier 3 quickly and place it back down. Oh, another box there. Oh man, I keep breaking the wrong thing. There we go. And tier 2 again can go right there. And there's our final upkeep total. Not too bad for a solo, duo, or trio to upkeep. And you can definitely fit all the bags that you need to fit in here if needed. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And I do hope that you guys leave feedback about what you would like to have seen different. And I actually just noticed that I missed this garage door here. So there's the actual total upkeep cost. So do please leave a comment. I will read all of them. And let me know if there's anything that you would like to see different. Any suggestions for other bases that you would like to see. This is something that I also built. And this is kind of our current base, so I don't plan on showing that off just yet until after this one is retired. But this is a great base that got me through many wipes, so I felt like it should be shared with the world. So thanks again for watching if you made it this far, and I do really appreciate any feedback, because like I said, this is my first base building video. So thank you and have a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are.